Hey there, Titan fans and engineers. Welcome to the tutorial video on Titan software installation and USB communications setup. First thing to do is to download the latest Titan installation software from the Arcus Servo Motion website, www.arcusservo.com. Let's go to the support tab of the website. Click on the link to the download section, and then locate and download the latest Titan installation file. Let's wait until the download is complete. By the way, the size of the installation file is around 14 megabytes, so the download time will vary depending on the internet speed. You can run through the installation using the default settings. Alright, so the Titan software is installed successfully. When you install the Titan software, it will install the driver for the virtual COM port for USB communication. Keep this in mind when we perform the USB communication later. Also, let's go over the location of the important installation files. Go to the C drive and to the Public Documents section. Look for the Titan SVX directory. Keep in mind that this is the default location of the important motor and system data base files and the motion program files. Alright, let's launch the software. You'll see the software startup and the neat-looking opening screen. Basically, there are 6 main functions in the software. First is the communication. Second is the motor setup. Third is the system tuning. Fourth is the configuration. Fifth is the system parameter file. And last is the test drive. Without the communication working, the only screen you'll be able to go to is the communication setup screen. Quick side note, we can check the version of the software by double-clicking on the Arcus logo. This will open up an About screen with the software version number. Okay, now the software is installed, we're going to try to communicate with the Titan using the USB. What I have here is a Titan controller, a USB cable, and a 48-volt power supply. You can also use 24-volt power supply. Anything between 24 volts and 48 volts will work. Since we're just setting up the communication, we don't need to connect a motor. Okay, I'm going to power on the controller. You will notice that inside the controller is a cool-looking blue LED. This is an RGB LED inside which you can control. There's also an LED below the Ethernet connector. For this tutorial, we're going to demonstrate how to communicate using USB since this is the simplest and quickest way. But as you can see, it also can communicate using Ethernet. It also has an RS-485 connection over here. You can take a look at the other tutorials on how to communicate using RS-485 and Ethernet. Now the Titan is powered up, so let's connect the USB connection cable between the Titan and the PC. If this is the first time, it may take a few seconds for the USB driver to install. As I mentioned before, the USB driver should have installed when we ran the Titan software installation file. Let's open up the device manager. You should see a list for ports, COM, and LPT with a COM port for the Titan in there. If you don't see the COM port, that means the USB virtual COM driver did not install properly. If you want to manually install the USB driver, you can go to the Silicon Labs website. In the search area, type in the following: USB to UART bridge VCP drivers. Click on the driver installation, download the latest driver, and run the installation file. Once installation is done, you should now see the COM port on the device manager. Alright, still with me? Next, jump back over to the Titan software and click on the Communication button. Let's select the USB 485 tab. Here you will see the COM ports detected from the PC. Choose the COM port of the Titan and click the Check COM button. You should get a communication working message. Also, when the communication is opened, the program reads the firmware version of the Titan, and you'll be able to see the firmware version here. Close the communication screen. If the communication is working, you should be able to open and see the other screens. Hey, remember that Titan also supports RS-485 and Ethernet, so check out our other tutorials on these. Thanks for watching, and happy servoing!